Build a sentence looks simple until several pieces all seem possible. One line is already complete, the other is your reply, and right now it's just blanks and a pile of words. In this lesson, a 4-step method for finding the right structure, 4 guided examples, and 10 more you'll solve yourself, all on the real TOEFL Lab interface. Here's the actual task. You'll see 2 lines. The first is already complete, it sets up a question or a statement. The second is your reply, and part of it is already fixed in place. Below that reply, you're given words and short phrases. Drag or tap them into the blank so the reply is grammatical and actually answers the first line. Check confirms it. There's no trick answer key. There's a structure, and once you read the first line as real context, the words basically arrange themselves. Here's the method, 4 steps. Step 1, find the core. Read the first line for context, then look at what's already fixed in your reply. That tells you the subject, and often the shape of the whole sentence. Step 2, lock the chunks. Some pieces belong together, a modal and its verb, and if clause, treat them as one unit, never split them apart. Step 3, follow the signals. Only one order makes every blank grammatical here, if plus a past perfect verb is the signal that locks the second half in place. Step 4, read it again, as a reply to the first line, not just as a sentence by itself. Watch it on the real interface. I would have arrived if I had left earlier. Core first, chunks locked, signal followed, and it directly answers the question. Guided example 1. What did the professor say about the test? She is movable but only fits first. Said is fixed. What's left? That it would cover 3 is reported speech. It has to follow said as one block. She said that it would cover 3 chapters. Reported speech after said almost always keeps its own internal order. Treat the whole clause as one piece. Guided example 2. What should we bring to the picnic? We should opens it subject and modal. Bring is fixed. What's left? Something everyone can closes right before the fixed word share. We should bring something everyone can share. A modal plus subject opener almost always comes first. It's the anchor the rest of the reply builds from. Guided example 3. What should I read first? Start with the opens it. Chapter is fixed. That explains the is a relative clause. It has to sit right after the noun it describes, closing before basics. Start with a chapter that explains the basics. A relative clause locks onto the noun right before it. It can't float anywhere else in the reply. Guided example 4. What did the report conclude? It opens it the only subject that fits. Warned is fixed. That costs would rise is the reported clause closing right before sharply. It warned that costs would rise sharply. Same pattern as example 1. A reporting verb like warned locks its whole clause together as one unit. Now it's your turn. 10 more on your own on the real TOEFL Lab independent practice set. Pause after each one if you want real solving time. Seeing the ruins deepen my interest. My account would not let me log in. I trust one's backed by clear evidence. It explored how languages slowly change. The leak returned a week later. I like to stretch my legs. The team suggested several useful changes. It detects smoke before a fire spreads. We completed the build 2 days early. It shows me where my money goes. 4 steps every time: find the core, lock the chunks, follow the signals, read it again as a reply, not just a sentence. That's the whole method, and you've just used it 15 times on the real TOEFL lab interface. You now have a repeatable way to build a sentence. If this helped, subscribe. Practice more on TOEFL Lab. Next up, write an email.